welcome to part 2. I'm glad you listened this far. Anyways, where we left off from part 1 is we're gonna talk about what my favorite tactical RPGs are. There's 5 of them, and since there's so many tactical RPGs coming from the NIS America company, most of them are gonna be from that. However, there's one that isn't from it, so be sure to look out for that. Number 5 in my tactical RPG favorites would have to be the Disgaea series. I couldn't, of course, make Disgaea any lower because the fan base in that game is unbelievable. It's rapidly growing, and when I first played the first Disgaea, I can't say exactly if there was a lot of fans or not, but it seemed pretty mellow, so I'll give you that. Fourth in the series would have to be Makai Kingdom, or so Phantom Kingdom. Same company that made it, but this one had different characters and all that. Had to get Laharl, Etna, Flan as guest characters, but I thought it was interesting because they added vehicles and buildings. But I thought since they had Phantom Brave with the skills in Phantom Brave, they could have added that, because then if they added that along with Phantom Kingdom's vehicles and buildings, it would be an awesome game. Now, my third game, as I mentioned, is Phantom Brave. I like Phantom Brave, and yes, I haven't tried the Wii version, but I like the game because it has a lot of attacks, and I kind of like the dungeons in it, but I think the title system is kind of weird because there's there's original titles, but there's some titles like that have random names or generated names which don't even make sense. Like, say you gave your priest or something. I think there's a priest in it, but you gave your priest a title called XLI. Yes, they have those kind of titles. And it would say XLI priest. I wouldn't get what the heck that meant. I probably think it stood for something, but still, didn't make sense. Now we're moving on to my second favorite tactical RPG, Soul Eaters. And I think it's the World Eaters. Yeah, that game was pretty cool, so I can't really say I played it actually, but I'm definitely considering it my second favorite. I know I'm jumping into conclusions by considering it my favorite when I haven't even played it. But I've seen gameplay of it on YouTube, and it's pretty fun. I think Gig is a pretty funny character, and I love some of the music used in the game. And now the final tactical RPG that I like, and it's my most favorite one of them all. And it's a classic. It is called Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes, what started the tactical RPGs. I had always liked this game, and I played it over and over and over. And occasionally, once I beat it so many times, I started to use Game Shark on it. Now, I merely didn't use the cheating system to cheat in particular. I only used it to modify my party members, so I would get, say, like, um, I'd get all the boss characters and all that. And it'd be pretty fun because it's not that easy of a game because during the start of the game, it says to suggest having a memory card, which was, I think that's the only game I saw have. So by that, I was like, oh shit, this game is gonna be impossible. But luckily, I got through it. It took me days to finish though, and you have to have a well balanced party in order to kill monsters and enemies. What I found an interesting fact about Final Fantasy Tactics 2 is that Cloud, isn't it? Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy 7, and I believe Tactics was made before 7, so that's pretty interesting. And that considers the tactical RPGs aspect. Now, we got original and tactical done. And now we're on the final segment of my favorite RPGs. MMORPGs. Yes. Games that will usually be online, have people who flame each other. There's actual drama that is seen on there like there is on YouTube. Just no video responses, no that. My fifth favorite MMORPG is Maple Story. I don't like it because I don't have a taste in MMORPGs that go up and down. Although I do like Grand Chase, but they at least put effort into Grand Chase and made it 3D with 2D graphics. But Maple Story is just 2D. I mean, I played it and it was fun, but I wish it could have, I don't know, had 3D graphics. My fourth favorite is Fiesta Online. Fiesta Online is one of my favorite games, kind of, but a long time ago I stopped playing it, but I think I was around level 28 or something. I was still considered a noob, so that's pretty sad. Um, Third favorite would have to be Grand Chase. Grand Chase. I didn't like Grand Chase because, well, I didn't like Grand Chase for one reason because you start out with girl characters and you have to unlock all the boy characters and there's only one girl character you unlock. Now, I understand they're gonna be releasing one guy character to be available for newbies during the start, but I just hated that. I mean, most of that, because of that, most of players on Grand Chase are girls and oh, girl characters, while guys use those characters. It's horrible.